Hi everyone, Alex Tardy, meteorologist with National Weather Service, here to talk about a really strong, high energy storm to impact Southern California on Tuesday. This means low elevation snow, rain showers, and really strong winds across the area when it hits on Tuesday afternoon. First, let's quickly talk about the weekend storm. We actually saw lightning from just north of San Diego over the water and land all the way out to the Salton Sea and even over some of our mountains, which was likely some thunder snow Sunday evening. The strikes you see here are cloud to cloud and cloud to ground strikes. The precipitation was most significant in San Diego County. We had many locations report over a half inch of rain, and then that translated to snow above 3,500 feet. In fact, an inch of snow at Julian. Here's a picture of Idlewild with a couple inches of snow. The bigger mountains like Palomar, San Jacinto had around 3 inches of snow, up to 4 inches. So a fairly cold storm with most of the precipitation confined to the San Diego area because it passed by to the south. Here are the key points. So we talked about the precipitation from the weekend storm that also had 36 lightning strikes and snow in our mountains. Now we're here to talk about the powerful, even colder storm for Tuesday. It's going to reach Southern California quickly from the north, develop widespread showers, lower the snow levels, and bring potential damaging winds. Now, when that storm leaves, we're going to be left with really cold air. So we look for really cold temperatures Wednesday and Thursday, and we also look for offshore flow or weak to moderate Santa Ana winds, so dry air. Now, will we see more precipitation? And it looks likely that we'll see another storm on Saturday, but not so likely exactly where that rain and snow will fall. So we'll have to wait till we get a little bit closer, but it's still predicted to be the period February 18th through 20th. So that's still no change since last week. This is the weather pattern we're not seeing now. This was the amazing onslaught of storms from late December through mid-January, west to east across the entire Pacific. An unusual locked-in weather pattern. That's what the purple shade indicates, departing from climatology normals severely. That brought the numerous storms along that red line right into Southern California. This is what we are dealing with. A similar strong jet stream, but it's arcing north and bent. It's pulling cold air directly down from Alaska into Southern California. So this old storm that went through on Sunday is already shifted well to our east along that jet stream. A more powerful segment of jet stream, yes, you're reading this correctly, over 150 mile per hour directly down British Columbia, pointed towards Southern California on Tuesday. So a different track. This doesn't have atmospheric river moisture, but boy, does it have cold air and wind. Okay, so today the storm is exiting as mentioned. The next storm is right on its heels. This one is fast moving. It'll be over Southern California by Tuesday midday, and that'll be the core of the wind, and a big chunk of that Arctic air will be coming down even to Southern California. Now, when we look at this storm compared to normal or what we've seen in the past, we're getting a lot of signals of the dark orange shaded and the red. That means it's not an every year type of storm. As far as the wind speed goes, for example, over the ocean water, over parts of the land, where you see the yellow, orange, red shaded. And then on the right-hand side, the temperature is much colder than your normal storm. So on the envelope of storms, this is the windier and cold end for sure. This is why we're forecasting intense winds to increase and maximize themselves Tuesday afternoon. This will be over the ocean waters. This will be over the deserts from north to south. And some of our most severe winds could be in parts of San Diego County as shown here, but even parts of the Coachella Valley, the Lucerne Valley as well. Now for the urban areas, it's not going to be calm. You still will see wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour, just not as severe as what happens over the ocean with gale force winds and really intense winds on the opposite side of the mountain slope. So these are winds from the northwest, coming from the northwest. Now this is not a dry storm, even though it's not an atmospheric river. So we will see widespread showers. They're not going to last very long. The mountains, they'll get hung up a little bit longer into early Tuesday evening. So most areas will see some wetting rain. Now the snowfall, even though the numbers aren't big, will be a quick hitting and windy storm. So we'll see some wind-blown snow. We'll see some bursts of heavy snow. And we'll see temperatures falling below freezing all the way between 3,500 and 4,000 feet. So what does that mean? That means the roads could become really treacherous with any of the precipitation Tuesday evening. The hazard map shows what we talked about, almost in the purple category, a lot of areas, but certainly orange and red for significant winds over the ocean and over the deserts and mountain slopes on Tuesday. This is a breakdown of the winds. They'll start to pick up as early as Tuesday morning from the westerly direction. Then they'll increase midday, and by afternoon commute, the front will be roaring through, the cold front, and we'll see a dramatic wind shift. You can see at 4 p.m. the wind shift is right around Idlewild, Riverside. By 7 p.m., the wind shift has made it all the way down to the Interstate 8 corridor in San Diego County. So a tremendous amount of wind energy going across the ocean and across our mountains and desert slopes. Temperatures will be a big deal. I'm just showing Wednesday morning here. Thursday morning will be cold too. Some of our locations that lose the wind early Wednesday morning, we're talking temperatures widespread in the 30s. We're talking temperatures around 10 degrees in some of our mountain locations. Could be in some areas the coldest temperatures we've seen all year. This is a range in temperature potential. You can see even areas like Riverside, parts of Riverside could get down to freezing Wednesday morning. San Diego coast in the 30s. Big Bear Lake, single digits. Really cold storm and air mass coming through. We also are going to see, once this exits on Tuesday, a return to the offshore Santa Ana wind. It looks like that'll peak out Wednesday night and Thursday morning. It won't be strong, but weak to moderate, but that'll keep that offshore wind and keep dry conditions and also keep the mornings chilly unless you're fortunate enough to stay in some of that wind. The next storm is quite a bit different. It's more like our past weekend storm, where it's going to come from the Gulf of Alaska, but it's going to break off in the California Bight and slow down as it approaches. So timing and intensity of this storm is uncertain, but right now it looks like the best chance for any wetting, significant rain, not flooding, but wetting, significant rain would be San Diego County on Saturday. The weather pattern stays this way, it looks like, for the end of the month. So as we round off February, after the couple of storms, it looks like another outbreak of cold air will entrench the West Coast and the Pacific Northwest. So we're looking at above normal precipitation with these cold storms for much of the West and much below average temperature potential, with warm, mild, and wet conditions for the Mid-Atlantic region. Here are the key points. A very strong, unusual strong, windy, and cold air mass coming in on Tuesday for Southern California. This will translate into cold conditions throughout the week, especially our morning lows on Wednesday and Thursday. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Be sure to follow the windy conditions and the latest alerts at weather.gov. Here's some direct links for you.